Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn histology. Today, glandular epithelium. And after we've done it, we're going to do stretching. And if you participate in the stretching, then it's at your own risk. And we're talking about a bit of internal anatomy. And this is part 1 of histology. And we're more or less just starting in the middle. We don't know where. So we're just reading about it. Glandular epithelium. I just have a chapter here. Glandular epithelium. We're just going to read it. Let me just look how far we come. The function of glandular epithelium is secretion, which is accomplished by glandular cells that often lie in clusters deep to the covering and lining epithelium. I think that's somewhere in the skin. A gland may consist of one cell or a group of highly specialized epithelial cells that secrete substances into ducts, onto the surface, or into the blood. Okay, these together lying glands are making secretion, whatever. The production of each substance always requires active work by the cells and result in an expenditure of energy. All glands of the body are classified as either endocrine or exocrine. Okay. So far so good. There are glands in the human body. They are making different things. Some of them, they here, the glandular epithelium, they are, I think, in the epithelium, and I think that is a part of the skin. They are making secretions, and they can either work endocrine or exocrine. The secretions of endocrine glands enter the extracellular fluid and then diffuse directly into the bloodstream without flowing through a duct. Let's do that again. So the secretions of endocrine glands, so there are some endocrine glands, enter the extracellular fluid and then diffuse directly into the bloodstream without flowing through a duct. Okay, the endocrine glands are making their secretions directly into the blood and not through a duct into the blood. These secretions, called hormones, regulate many metabolic and physiological activities to maintain homeostasis. Okay, the endocrine glands are sending out hormones. They are going directly into the bloodstream, and they are regulating the metabolics of the human works and also the homeostasis. All the physiological activities and homeostasis of the human body stays static, temperature and so on. Now the pituitary, thyroid and the adrenal glands are examples of endocrine glands. The pituitary, I think that was in the brain. We had that somewhere in medicine. The pituitary gland was in the brain. Then we had that if it produces too much growth hormone, then it can lead to acromegalia. The person gets a large jaw and many things enlarged. And if that happens during the normal growth during childhood, when a person gets gigantism, I think it is going to large or more. And also we had something of pituitary glands, pituitary glands in biology. So this is now histology in biology, and it was that they are doing the auditory hormone. I can't get the name now, but that it was regulating the kidneys, how much urine the kidneys are producing. So the pituitary glands, they are in the brain, that was some medicine, and then the thyroid, no, I don't know where that is, but it could be, I don't know where. And also the adrenal glands, examples of endocrine glands. So they are the endocrine glands, they're releasing hormones directly into the blood without that they go through a duct, and they are helping there to remain the homeostasis, that is to keep the human body with the temperature, water, and so on in one the same. We had it, for example, for homeostasis with the water content, that the pituitary glands are sending out hormones to the kidneys, that the kidneys are keeping the water content in the human body as it is. And we had something else, then we had also that we had diabetes in endocrinology, and there are also the pituitary glands, I think, or some type of glands, which are releasing the insulin to the liver. And the liver regulates then the blood sugar content. So we're having the endocrine glands. They are sending out hormones. Exocrine glands, outside, crine secretion, secrete their products into ducts, tubes, that empty at the surface of covering and leaning epithelium or directly onto a free surface. The product of exocrine gland may be released at the skin surface or into the lumen cavity of a hollow organ. Okay, the endocrine, they are inside of the body, they're making hormones inside into the bloodstream, and the exocrine hormones are releasing secretions outside of the body. So they seem to be all in the epithelium, and I think that is a part somewhere in the skin. That's all fits so far. The secretion of exocrine, I really can't. The secretions of exocrine glands include mucus, sweat, oil, wax, and digestive enzymes. Examples of exocrine glands are sweat glands, which produce perspiration to help lower body temperature, and salivary glands, which secrete mucus and digest enzymes. Okay, exocrine glands, they are bringing through ducts their secretions out, for example, sweat, also salvia in the mouth. Structural classification of exocrine glands. Now, I want to read on. Actually, my mind have started so that I don't know why. And we're halfway in, we're doing no stretching. So if you're here for medicine, and now for histology, if you were here for histology, you can go directly to the next part of histology. If you stay, when we're doing the stretching, then you participate in the stretching and go to stable stance, and we're breathing in, lift the arms up. And breathe out the arm to one side. Breathe in a little minute. And out over to the other side. Again in a little minute. And out to one side. Again in. And then out. And now next exercise, now this is your couch. Breathe in. And out when hand slides down the leg. And the shoulder stays down. Breathe in. And out and we're taking one arm over. Breathe in and over rib cage. And out back into the middle. Breathing in. And out when hand slides down the leg and the upper shoulder stays down. Breathing in. And out taking one up over. Breathe in and over rib cage. And breathe out. Back into the middle. Now, the aeronautic aerobatic aeroplane. Feet are sent together, we're breathing in and lift the arms up. And we're breathing out, one hand comes down. Breathe in and reach. And breathe out, one hand up. Again in. And out, one hand down. Breathe in and reach. And out, one hand up. And hands down. Now the legs shoulder the body apart and do shoulder circles. Back, up, front, hand down. Last time. And now backwards. And now we're breathing in and the shoulders up. And breathe out into the fall down. Again, shoulders up. And out, let them fall down. Again. And out. Now the upper plugger, breathe and lift the arms up. And now keep normal breathing while you pretend to reach high to an apple hanging high on the apple branch. Turn the bit around and then to plug it. And now to the shifter. Arms to T, legs wide apart, breathing in. And out, going over to one side. Breathing in. And out over to the other side. Okay. Out. Okay. Out. Okay. And out, we're leaning onto our knees, the buffalo fighting its hangover. Breathing in. And out, one shoulder in front. Shoulder back. And out and shoulder. Back again. And out and shoulder in front. Out we're hanging down as we're doing the Niagara Falls. Just hang down. No forcing. And breathe slowly in through the nose to the chest. And out through the mouth. Back in. And out. Back in. And out over the whole. Breathe it in. And out over to the other leg. Breathe it in. Out back into the leg. And now breathe in. And out and close the legs, bring them together, but we keep on hanging down the Salto Angelo. So breathe it in. And out. Again in. And out. Now breathe in. Out, come slowly with the arm back up and make it totally backwards. Shoulder out. Now the garden pose. Toes are pointing to the outside, having an alternate space between the heels, the breathing in and the upper. And we're breathing out and we're sinking down and place the elbows against the inside of the knees. Or in and straighten the back. And breathe out and become back up. Breathe in. And out and down. Breathe in and straighten up. And out and come with the back up. Breathe in. And out again. Now we're going to straighten up. And out, come slowly in one straight line. And now we're ending with the trunk lighter. Next vital part, we're breathing in, coming down. Breathing out. Again in. Out. Again in. Out. Now breathing in, cross the legs. And breathe out. That goes for stretching. Thank you very much, and at the next time.